Hey everyone, welcome to the 808 podcast. It is a podcast where we take CEOs, business owners, influencers, etc. We give them 4 questions in 8 minutes and 8 seconds because 808 looks like Bob. Let's get to it. Question number 1 in a few sentences, tell us who you are and what do you do?
Bob, my name is Joanne Weiland. Why land when you can fly? I'm been told over and over by clients that I'm a connector, so I'm the Chief Connections Officer at LinktoEXPERT, where we actually connect executives, entrepreneurs, experts, event professionals, and the media consistently and frequently.
Love it, Joanne. Question number 2, what advice do you want to share? Go.
Well, I really feel like a lot of people really get nervous and really scared about sales and marketing because a lot of people that want to be known as the expert, meaning consultants, coaches, team builders, speakers, facilitators, authors, and many more that want to be known as the expert. The one thing that they fear the most, Bob, is sales and marketing. And they don't realize it really doesn't have to be that scary. They can stop procrastinating and realize that every week, whatever they're doing, just ask themselves, what can I record this? Can I video this? Can I write about this? And that way that gives them content to get out there to the world. And this is what people really want to know about you anyway, what you're doing. Like if you are on Bob's podcast, for an example, and then just invite them to join you. Say, if it's set for a scheduled time, that you can invite them to come and participate in that particular Zoom call or whatever it is. And if not, that's okay. Then just ask for a copy of the recording of the interview. And then when you have the interview, you just put that in your information, maybe in your blog, in your press release, in your article, whatever it might be, or even just say, hey, you might have missed my interview with Bob, but here it is. Here's the link, And I think a lot of people don't realize, but if they just take the little bit of, a little extra time that they already have all these things that make them as the expert. Maybe the other thing is they wrote a book. Well, a lot of people think, well, now I wrote it, why aren't people buying it? Well, different people like different types of books. Number one, maybe you want to convert it into an audiobook or an ebook, or maybe even a workbook to go with it, a companion journal. The other thing you could do is have a how-to manual. I know people that pay thousands of dollars for how-to manuals because they really are interested in whatever you do, but they don't know how to do it. And if they might not even be the one that does it, but they might give it to one of their employees to use this how-to manual step by step. So you can create how-to manuals. Many people that I know that are known as experts, they also have these incredible courses that they've been presenting on stages or in conference rooms for years, and they're stuck. All they need to do is pivot by taking that and recording it, videoing it. Now you have an e-course, another source of income. So you need to always be looking for new sources of income. And it really doesn't have to be that difficult. Like you and I are right now, we're on Zoom. Well, people are living on Zoom right now. So why don't you offer coffee with the expert on Zoom, cocktails with the expert on Zoom, lunch with the expert. I mean, you name it, you have all of this information right there in your mind, and you can share this with other people and charge them. Maybe you have it for 15-minute segments, 30-minute segments, 60-minute, whatever you want. Be creative. You know your subject more than anybody, so you know how long it would take for you to work with that person, and that person would gladly pay for it because they can learn in that 30 minutes what you took 10 years to learn. So it's really worth their time too. So don't be cheap on when you're pricing it as well, because you're giving them valuable information. And so there's so many ways you can do it. When you do create a blog, when you do create an article, when you do have a press release, whatever it is, be sure to make sure you distribute it to as many people as you can. Like if you have media contacts, send it to them and ask them to please distribute it. Media is hungry for new content, so they really enjoy getting fresh content. Also, send it to executive organizations. Executive organizations are also looking for free information to give to their members. And so they'll really gladly usually feature, if you really are, have valuable information in their newsletter. as well as don't forget to distribute it to all your contacts and ask them to distribute it as well. So as you can see, it just tears down, Bob, that you just keep getting to more and more people, because that's the one thing I think also most people that even do take time to market, they don't realize they have to continuously and frequently get in front of as many people as possible. Numbers is really important because of the fact that if you hit, reach 100 people and 1% of them buys from you, that's
Right.
1 out of 100. Or if you hit 10,000 people, you can see that numbers keep increasing as you hit more people. And it also helps you get more confident and more productive. You can, also do different summits with different experts too, so that you don't always have to do everything on your own. We're really big in believing in collaborating. You can do joint, efforts of all these things that I was just talking about, plus so many more. Many experts have so much content over the years that if they would look even on their desk and see this pile of papers that they've had all these ideas, maybe now is the time to take those ideas and implement them and put them into some kind of format. Tips. Oh, I can tell
Hey,
you.
Joanne, actually, I love what you're saying there. We only have 2 minutes left, so I want to get
Okay.
going on next questions there. Let's get to question number 3. What other top CEOs and business owners and influencers that you know who are successful, like yourself, would you like to give a shout out and should be on my podcast?
Sure. I'm thinking Ron Laker. He's one of our members, and him and Jason Payne actually have something that I think would be really good for you. Ranco, it helps people get their reputation simplified. Another one is Camille Leon. She's actually the founder of Holistic Chamber of Commerce. They have 57 chapters throughout North America, and she connects all these holistic professionals with executives. And then another one is Kathy Davis. She's the founder of Davis Creative Publishing, and she helps many people get their books out. So I think those 3 would be perfect to
Awesome.
work
Well, thank you for that. Let's get to question number 4, the final fun question. Joanne, tell me about your first sale.
Well, I was 19. I was selling helicopters around the world, and we were using single sideband radios and telexes. And I actually had my first PC was serial number 77, IBM's PC. And anyway, long story short, when we would sell these helicopters, one time we sold one to a gentleman that owned a yacht called the Nonstop. And the helicopter, of course, would be on the yacht. So I asked them as an add-on sale, could we also supply the other material you need besides stuff for the helicopter? So we became their source, so that they would send me orders every week, and I would find them, box them up, use a freight forwarder to ship them to whatever port they were going to be in next. And this just snowballed into my freight forwarder that I worked with once the helicopter place went out of business, was to get into the high-tech industry, because he knew that I already knew how to use computers. So for 20 years I was in the high-tech industry. So you never know what's going to lead to what.
You never know. And that's it there. You pulled it off. 4 questions in 8 minutes and 8 seconds because 808 looks like Bob. Your website, say it real quick.
LinktoEXPERT.com,
and it's in the description. It's magic. Joanne, thank you so much for being on. Tip of the hat to you.
Thank you.
And you're welcome. For everyone else watching, make sure you check out more episodes of the 808 podcast. Also, I am legally required to tell you to like, share, comment, subscribe, thumbs up, ring the bell, whatever the social media network tells you to do. I am Bob Clark. You all have a wonderful day now. Talk to you later. Bye.